When I was really young, the first thing I identified with film, television, was the score. If I saw a film and I didn't understand it, or even if it just looked cool, music was cooler. The music told me how to feel and basically explained to me what was going on. And later on, once I started listening to bands, to me that was sort of like the live version of that. Before I played guitar, like most of us, I had a tennis racket and a mirror in my bedroom, and I would sit there and play to my favorite albums and pretend I was on stage. And when I was 17, a few years later, I was doing this gig in the United States. I wasn't looking forward to the nervousness or the anxiety, that butterfly feeling you get, but all up until curtain call, I was very excited to get out there and couldn't wait. And then once I did, that mirror in my bedroom became much grander. Here we go. Well, one day I sat down with a guitar and it didn't have all the strings. It was missing a B string right here. I spent the next year or so messing around, doing what I think or thought at the time was right. Then I would take records and I would sit there and I would listen to it and I'd pull the needle back ever so slightly, trying to figure out exactly what it was I was hearing, what the guitar player I was listening to was doing, and tried to imitate what I thought these guys were doing. Guys like Jimmy Page and the first Black Sabbath album, I would sit there and pull the needle back. I thought it was close enough. I would take that and I would fill in some more blanks. About a year ago in Mississippi, playing a show where there was like a sea of people, and I'd have to say probably a good 90% of the audience was age 65 and up. I didn't have a really good feeling about it. We had drum sets, Marshall stacks, and I thought this is probably not going to go over so well. But we went out, did our thing anyway, and during the show there was a moment where I was doing this guitar solo, which was a piece that I had worked out on my living room couch. This gentleman, probably about 6 or 7 rows back, stands up, takes his hat off, and holds it over his heart. A lot of people had said to me that that guitar solo had given them goosebumps. Well, that was the first time it actually gave me goosebumps. There were a few other people that followed him, but I was more focused on this one person, and I don't think I'll ever forget that particular moment. Well, basically what I do with the guitar is I take all the aspects of things about music that I dig, from guitar players that I dig, from piano players, you name it, throw them together, and the imagination in between, which is the glue that holds it all together, is essentially what is me. And that essentially becomes my sound. No matter what I do, I'm going to sound like me. The letter B was only invented once, but everybody's handwriting is different, unique to them. And that's what essentially puts my stamp on it. past couple years doing a lot of traveling. Now I'm focusing back on some of my material. I'd like to get it out there and start creating again, and putting it all together, finding out what works, what doesn't work, and see where it goes. Anybody who wants to do this, whether they're not doing it yet or they are doing it, doesn't matter. I would have to say keep it fun. As long as it's fun, you'll keep doing it. There's many things I've done, I look back and I think, what was I thinking? And then it occurred to me, the more I thought about it was fun and interesting at the time, and it was very crucial to bridging me to the next step, and so on, and so on. So no matter what, no matter how stupid you might think it is, just keep doing it, as long as it's fun. And that's it.